So if we know that two triangles are similar, we can set up and solve proportions. Go. I didn't put that one in there. Okay, we can solve proportions in order to find the missing side lengths. So looking at angles of triangles and determining whether they are actually similar or not allows us to solve for side lengths. If they are similar triangles, then we can find the missing lengths. If they are not similar, then we are not able to. So in the problems below, determine if the triangles are similar. So we're looking at that angle criterion. We need to have two congruent sets of corresponding angles. So right now we have one. I'm going to solve for the missing angle in this triangle by adding up the three angles because I know that the three interior angles add up to 180 degrees. So 47 plus 68 plus whatever that angle T is, I'll make that T. T should equal the 180 degrees. So 47 and 68 gives us 115. Still adding the T equals 180. We subtract 115 to isolate the T. This is nothing. T equals 65 degrees. So we have the 47 and 65. So we've got two congruent corresponding angles, which means yes, they are similar because we have the two pairs of corresponding angles. Meets that angle criterion. Since they are similar, we can use the proportions to solve for the sides. So here, side KL corresponds with side FE, and side LR corresponds with FT. Those are similar parts. FE goes with KL, and LR goes with FT. So the one-lined sides go together and the two-lined sides go together. Same parts of the different figures. So then those values are going to be 12 to 15 is equal to whatever our mystery side is over 10. So just finding those side lengths that we know and putting an X for the side that we don't know. Then we cross multiply and divide. So this becomes 120 equals 15x. Then we're going to divide by 15. And we're going to get x equals 8. So the side length of the missing side is 8 inches. Okay. Okay, we're just going to do the same thing in triangle 5. I want to take one triangle and add up the sides, set it equal to 180, find the missing one, and see if I've got two pairs of congruent. But I'm just looking at this going, there's a 58, there's no 58 here. There's a 61 here, there's no 61 here, and I need two sets of angles. So even if this one and this one were congruent, I only have one pair of congruent angles, so these are not similar. The triangles do not have two pairs of corresponding angles that are not congruent. Therefore, I cannot find the proportions because there's not enough information here. I don't know which sides go together. So when our triangles are not similar, I cannot use proportions to solve for a missing side. Okay, I would pause this video and do 6 and 7 and just see if you can determine if they are similar or not. Just this part. I don't really care about this one right now. Okay, so go through and see if you can find two pairs of congruent corresponding angles. Okay. And then come back and check your work. I'm going to go ahead and finish this off. Okay. So we know that BX, this line right here, is parallel to MV. With our parallel line, knowing our relationships, we know that this angle and this angle, those would be opposite sides of the transversal and inside of the parallel line. So this one has to be 37 degrees. Okay, so angle M and angle X there, let's see, angle M and angle X are alternating interior angles. So by definition, they are congruent, have the same measure. That's the same here. 52, angle V and angle B are alternating. They're on opposite sides of this transversal, and they are inside the parallel line, so they are congruent to each other. So then angle B and angle V are also, let me try that again, are also alternating interior angles. So they are congruent. So that's two pairs of corresponding congruent angles. If you went and added these together and subtracted that from 180 to get this one, this would be 91 degrees. And these are vertical angles, which are also congruent, so this side would also be 91. So these are similar triangles because we have two pairs of corresponding angles that are congruent. And then you could set up your proportions, which I did do in the notes. This is going to be, I got time, AX to AM, that correspond, those two sides correspond. So AX corresponds with A to M, and then this side corresponds with this side. Okay, so these transversals are congruent sides or corresponding sides of triangles. So AB to AV go together. Then I'm going to put their measures because they're listed there. AX is 12, AM is 16, AB is what we're finding, and AV has a length of 12 inches. Then we cross multiply and we're going to divide. So 12 times 12 is 144, and we're going to divide that by 16. Okay, so we divide by 16 on both sides, and 16 goes into 144 exactly 9 times. So that missing side length is 9 inches. Okay, number 7. Let's see. These angles are the same parts. They're both the left-hand corner of similar of the two different triangles, so they are equal to each other. So that's one set. Angle E and angle C are congruent corresponding sides. I'm sorry, angles. And then they both share this angle N. They both have that at the top, okay? So then angle N is our second set of congruent. It's like angle N and angle N. Okay, same part of different figure. They are congruent because it will not change between one triangle to the other. The degree measure corresponding angles. So that means we have two sets of corresponding angles that are congruent. So they are similar triangles, which means we can use proportions. So side NE goes with side NC, and EQ goes with CI. Replace those letters with their lengths. So I have 6 to 15 is equal to some number to 20. Then we cross multiply and divide. So 6 times 20 is 120. We're going to divide by 15. and 15 goes in to 120 exactly 8 times. So the length of that missing side is 8 inches. So it's really this part that's important. And the actual homework assignment for this is going to be the mini quiz. So I think there's maybe one question about finding similar triangles based on the interior angles from this lesson on that mini quiz. You guys will do awesome. And that'll take care of our lessons for this week. So keep up the good work, and hopefully we'll get together here in a few weeks. Bye-bye.